Hey folks, I'm back. It's me, Mahboob Chowdhury, aka the People's Coach, aka your host and Speak Up for today. Welcome back to all my educational and motivational and inspirational and insightful videos. Now, in today's video, I want to talk to you guys about conflict resolution in your relationships. Now, conflict is inevitable. It's going to hit you at some phase or at some stage in your relationships. You cannot escape it. In fact, you have to confront it and look for effective ways of dealing with conflicts. Because at the end of the day, each human being, each human individual has a different way of dealing with things. We have different perspectives, procedures, outlooks in life. So, the whole idea is to gel two human beings together that have two different ways of dealing with things and make it work, rather than the opposite, which is to make it more confrontational. So, the thing I would like to bring to your attention is this. I would like to share an experience that happened to me in my personal relationship with me and my wife. Now, let me set the scene. The scene is this. Okay, my wife is feeding my youngest child. And you have the other two running, well, the other three running wild around the house. So you got one climbing on top of the table, one screaming, one crying, and it's quite chaotic. And also at the same time, prior to this, I've also done a number of nappy changes and I'm getting fed up myself. So I've told my wife, baby, can you do the next nappy change? And she reacted quite negatively. Reason being is because she was overwhelmed, she was stressed, because of the situation that we were both in. It was quite dramatic because there was a lot of things happening with the kids. And there's 4 children, by the way, that are under 4. So, whilst this was going on, we were screaming at each other. We was going back and forward, yelling and screaming and shouting. And then I took upon myself to get a bit of space. I thought, you know what? I'm getting heated up here. I need some space. I need some time out. So I went to the other room. What did my wife do? She got up. She started to follow me. She had to go at me and then I had to go at her. So we kept on going back and forth until I decided, you know what? I'm going to leave, get a bit of fresh air, get a bit of time out. Then my wife, as I was approaching the door to go out, she stopped me. She said, where the hell do you think you're going? You're not going to leave me with 4 kids. And I said, look, I need some space right now. So she was at the door, she was barricading the door, stopping me from going out. So what I then decided to do is go into the next room to ease off, to cool off, and then she still followed me. And then I tried to keep her out of the room, but she was forcing her way in, still following me. So what happened? It turned even more explosive. It was quite heated up. But then eventually, we was able to sort things out. Do you know how we sorted things out? After going back and forth, we decided to talk. But not only that, we left it. And then once we calmed down and we talked some more, she clearly explained to me, Mabs, all I want you to do is when I'm in the time of stress, there will be moments when I'm taking it out on you. There'll be moments when I'm taking it out on the kids. But I just want you to hold me. I want you to reassure me. And that is a difficult thing to do, especially if your spouse is having to go at you, but not intentionally. They just don't know how to deal with that situation. So what they're going to do, they're going to use you as an emotional punch bag. And your job as a man, as a human being, is to remain calm as you can and to embrace your spouse and hold them and talk to them and say, baby, you know what? I know it's tough, but it will be okay. We can work things out. If both of us connect and communicate and we help one another, we can definitely work things out. That's all she wanted. This is the thing that she communicated to me. And I knew this, but it was quite difficult especially when your partner is having a go at you, but not intentionally. It's just out of stress. They need an exit and you just happen to be there. So the thing I'm trying to bring to your attention is this. If you are in a conflict with your spouse, and it's quite heated up, just embrace them. Just embrace them. Hold them tight. They may even reject you. They may even try to push you away. But you have to enforce yourself. Physically, just hold them and embrace them and shower them with kind words. And watch. You will see it makes an astounding difference to your relationship. Rather than going back and forth, screaming, yelling, shouting and swearing at one another. It doesn't help the situation, especially when kids are watching. You have to be cautious, you have to be careful, and you have to be mindful about how you go on. Now, this will take time. Obviously, it's not a thing that can be It's not an overnight thing. It does take time. It does take practice, and it's an ongoing experience. There'll be some days where you have the patience, where you're tolerant, and there'll be some days where you just had enough, where you're stressed out yourself. Especially at the times when you're stressed and your partner's stressed. Those are the challenging tests, those moments. So, folks, just be mindful about these types of things. All it is just perspective at the end of the day. It's about trial and error, trying to figure out and find out what works best for both spouses. Make the relationship work rather than trying to destroy it by destroying one another. That is my rant for today, folks. Keep tuning in for more upcoming materials. Until then, have a beautiful day. Take care, stay strong, stay focused, and always live to learn to power and inspire the lives of many as well as yourself. Bye for now.